Okay. So when we last, I'm gonna delete this. When we last left, we had done this much of it, okay? So I'm gonna run just this in simulation. Now, you can see I'm going to have a problem depending upon how long my tool is. That's why we need to riser this thing up, because as soon as it goes in, it's going to do what we want. It's got two angles across there, but spindle is way down into it. Now, with the dynamic work offsets, we can set this, like we could set it up here if we wanted to. But the problem with that is you still got to get around to the other sides at some point. So you end up in a pickle either way. So what we need to do is we need to set this up on a riser. So probably the easiest way to do it, and probably the most realistic setup that's going to happen to you in life, is taking this situation and then I'll just minimize this. I'll go out to the internet and bring that over here. I went straight to Haas's website and looked at the 5-inch riser. The 5-inch riser has a 3D model zipped. And I think this is the same riser that we have, 99% sure. And it actually brings you not just the riser, but the riser and I'm not sure what the difference between, oh, that's a metric one. It brings the riser and the self-centering vise. So download those guys. And so just go in here and then download that zip file. Downloaded it a couple times now on accident. And so it should look really similar to that. That's what we have. The only thing that you don't gain from this is the ability to open and close the jaws. You could, but in our situation, we're not going to. But it's going to give us a lot more room. See how much further you gain space-wise. We'll gain that space.
So where do we go down that?
So, sorry. You can go, like I Googled Haas tooling. And when you go to Haas tooling, it says mill work holding. And you see like adapter plates and self-centering vices and all that stuff. I'm not trying to be a Haas salesman, but they've got some great pricing on cutting tools and everything. I mean, really great pricing. So go to adapter plates. And then ours is the 5-inch, 130 millimeter. You just open it up at $799. And you're going to go to 3D model and download that zip file.
That's not showing up.
Go back one step. So just, okay, go back there.
Hi. What did you want that bottleneck diameter to be again?
I don't really care so much about it. I think what we end up going. Do you remember what yours was? 850.
850.
850.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that block I showed you, they're like making their own pistons and everything.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Did you say it's in 70,000? Or
I think it's 60,000s. Probably go measure it, make sure. Because we did those parts before using those tools, and I think it's 60. Might be 62. Okay, you got yours downloaded?
Yeah, I think it's the right one.
Okay. So it downloads, I believe, as a SolidWorks file. And so what you can do, I got a lot of stuff open. What you can do, this is what it looks like when it loads up. I don't know why it's yellow. But we're going to take this and just, I'm going to delete these ones I got. And I'm going to just open up a new drawing, go to new design. And I'll have that new drawing there. I'll go ahead and open up that waffle and go back to just my general stuff. And I'm going to go to upload, select files, and after you might have to extract that zip file, and then it should have a couple of options there.
So where do you get to upload it? I wanna see.
Okay, so you're going to go cancel, bring that back up. So do you have this open, this waffle on the outside?
Yeah.
Okay, and so what do you see at the top of that?
Compared to yours. No,
You-
a settings button.
Mine might be slightly different just because,
if you go to admin project, click on that folder, you can upload. Just
Oh, I
select the
see.
folder.
yeah. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna go some samples. No. Thought we might get lucky and just there might already be a riser. Oh, look at that. That riser will work as well. So either one of those, are you already downloading?
I got it downloaded, but won't open.
Okay, so we'll leave that open there. Oh, it's weird. Okay, so did you extract the files? Nope. This is a zip folder.
Oh, so there's nothing.
Yeah, it's there, but let's go back to here and let's extract these files. Okay, so you got the two files now. So now do the same thing, and you should see those two files in the extracted folder. I don't really care what riser that you use. It doesn't make any difference. You can use this 3+2 that's already in there. The downside of it is it won't be exactly right. But it's pretty darn close. Pretty darn close in the riser world. Let's just see how tall it is from there. Oh, let's go to my bottom. To, oh, okay. Strong's closing. See if we get any more time. Maybe there. There. Let's get a straight up connection. that one is, I mean, I don't know, you could use that one. But I think really, for our purposes, going and extracting that actual one is gonna be better. Because like when you need to get a real tool from a manufacturer, you need to know how to do it.
So how do you extract it?
So where you see it in the file folder down here, okay? So I'm in downloads. Let me get my screen over there. So when you take a zip file and when you right click it, fourth option down will be extract all. And then just save it right into that same file folder location. And then you can work with it from there.
So I built all these toolpaths, and I did the simulation ran it all through, but it doesn't do these chamfers in the edges, it leaves material there.
Is that your tool?
That's the part off tool in the machine in the library that just does part off.
I got you.
I actually made the grooving tool for what it's supposed to be and look like how it's supposed to look.
Okay. But, so are you OD turning it still too?
Yes.
Because, no, you're just going face, then groove.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you want OD.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I was doing it all.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, turn it first.
Should I get a screen like this?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll roughly finish it with the turning tool and then I'll actually groove it.
Correct.
So then do you just assemble them?
You do. You both have them in there? Okay, so now here's the problem. How do you get this setting on top of this? So you can pull it in somewhat close, but you need a way to get it to either sit on top of those jaws or in some other way. So, you can just start a new sketch. And what I would do in this is I would draw a line from the corner. Let's go. I'm going to draw a line from this corner to this corner. and then I draw a line the opposite corners.
My jaws don't quite look.
It's okay if they don't. I mean, you can have a different set of jaws. I mean, essentially, all we're trying to do is visually get ourselves risen up so that we're not in the way. And then I would just create a point here at this intersection.
Oh, it doesn't already create one?
It will create an intersection point, but you can create an actual physical point there, or you could even come in and at this circle, you could say 2 inches, because you're gonna have a 2-inch hole there, right? And so I'm going to take mine, and I don't know if this one, I'm going to turn my dovetail back on. And so if I wanted to, I could even make it just a little bit, I could come out here and do I could do a rectangle, center point rectangle from the middle of this, and I could go out to the edges of this, build a rectangle there, and then if I wanted to, I could take and extrude it. Let's say I'm going to go down, something like that, into my part. So now I just got just a thing, to help me kind of visualize it, change color on it, just at least at the top.
So what if it's not wide enough?
Let's see what yours looks like. I can't believe that it's. Oh, that's you. You must have just picked a different one than we picked. It's okay if it's not.
No,
It'll work like that one. Yeah. Again, right now, all we care about is visually. We want to get as close to accurate as possible on some machines. So, like, let's just say you took one of your Alzakumas. That's 4 or 5 years old. You're going to need to know the exact stack height on every piece in order to get it to do its pivoting. But like if you were to buy a new Akuma, maybe a couple years old or brand new, it'll have dynamic work offsets or the Akuma's equivalent of that thing. All right, so now at this point, I'm going to do a save.
that almost went well.
Did it not go well?
Well, whenever I did it, it just moved like the dovetail piece. Like the polished smooth.
Oh, for the, in the assembly, it just moved that bottom piece. Okay, you might need to click both entities since they are 2 separate things. You can move more than one thing at a time. So you can go back and then just go to assemble, and then I am selecting my pieces here. And I'm going to go from, I want to see all of my stuff.
It's like it won't
Yeah.
select.
Yeah, mine goes a little kooky on there. I've got everything visible. Nolan, did you get yours to catch? I've got the center of it. But my suspicion is, yeah, that's the center of it down low. And then my other center is going to be there. Yeah, that's not going to do what I want it to do. Did you hear him? He goes, that was wrong. That was definitely wrong. Okay. I'm not sure why this isn't moving as a unit. Let's see.
I tried to just move like the dovetail piece, and I just want to go back and move it, but it won't even attach the dovetail.
Yeah, mine's kind of doing the same thing. I want to, let's see first, let me identify a couple things here. Okay, got all these components saved. Those are the only ones I want visible. Okay, so I'll just do this instead. Modify, move, and I'm going to move those two objects. My origin point is going to be the center there, and my target point is going to be the center. What? I got further away. Okay, let me back up. My origin point is still that. My target point is this. What are you doing? Switch. I'm not sure why that's not moving. I'm not doing something right. I want to move this body, and I want to Okay. Do that. Go one more time. Move this body, origin point, there, target point. Ah, just missed it. Okay. So I went to move, and I have to move them individually. I'm gonna move the body. I'm gonna select the model that I want to move. I'm in this next to last option here. My origin point is going to be center there. And then my target point, I need to get flipped around so I can see the center of that. What in the world? I literally just did it.
How did you select an origin point?
I had that circle drawn.
Right.
Let me back up. Okay, so I went move copy, selection. I did just this lower section. Origin point. See how it highlighted? And then target point. I did the center point there. Standby. Something, I'm not sure what's going on here. It just did it, but now it's popping it up ahead of it. I'm definitely not doing something right. Okay, that's it. And then I just did it in reverse a second ago. So I've got the dovetail on. I'm going to go back and go move. This is my body. My origin point is on the back side of this. And then my target point is going to be top of that.
I got it in there, but it's laying on its side, but it's in the middle of that circle.
Okay. So if it's laying on its side, you got to have when you hit. Let's go back from that. Where are we? Where is it? Oh.
What do you want?
Okay, so now I'm going to go, first I'll go assembly, and I'll grab that whole body. Okay, let's go back, and we'll go modify. And we'll go move, see if we can grab that entire, let's try some of this off.
I could get the dovetail there, I've got it. Got the main part of it there.
Something like that.
Mine doesn't remove the dovetail with it.
Yeah, mine did, I'm not doing two separate operations. I don't know if it's gonna grab this component. We'll try it.
I just turn the view off and drawing, and then if I bring it back in, will that get rid of it?
Maybe. I got part of it. So let's bring this up. Is this 3/8?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, so we'll do one with that. Oh, but we don't, oh, it's upside down, isn't it?
That's what it was.
Gotcha. Let's go back. I didn't realize that's what happened. Okay, so let's assemble. Where we go? There. And then all hand clip. Come on now.
It didn't move till after you did okay last time. That would be-
Since I'm staying. I want to flip it at that point, really.
Did you move it to where it's upside down and just rotate it?
Let's do that. Hmm.
Does it have to be point to point?
Yeah, but what I want to do is just physically move this piece.
Oh,
I want to physically move it away from it, and I want to move that whole component. I want to move this component out of the way, and then rotate it so that it's. Now we're moving and shaking. What's up, bud?
Is this too close to the vice, or is that good?
No, that's totally fine. Now, I wonder if we can. And now we can turn on. Actually, I don't think he goes on. We're just gonna do that on. Okay. Yours is, I guess I have mine the same way, the dovetail. You got yours? Okay.
Well, like, hot salt right there. Like, I can get the part there, no problem, just the dovetail stays.
Well, and that would be okay, really. Can you do the entire? Let's see. Do you have a? Yeah, you got it. Stop there. So just gonna modify, move. And we'll go origin point. And then our target point. So right there. And crooked. Why is it crooked? That's odd.
The other one, that was straight, go back to move. I mean, just don't take the other part. And go to the first one. We'll just click on it. Then you just select it all. And just drag it.
Yeah, but the problem that we have right now is that the things are not in line with each other. This is in line. This is not in line. Okay, I'm gonna do something. I am going to take this out. And I'm gonna take this out. And we're going to bring those back in. Try and get these. It seems like the more in line you are when you start, the better things are. So now you're in line. You really just need to go. What if I can do this while this is still up? Show me a straight line dimension. Center position 4.75. No, that can't be right. So it's not 3.39. But let's do this. Because we don't really care. Ours is in line. This is in line. So really, if we take this and go modify, move, and we want to go down and we want to go in X, not angles. See what 3 inches is like. -3. Okay, so we can do that. Let's go modify. We're going to go here. We're going to grab all of this, hopefully. It's not grabbing that. What is that called? Is it?
Should be just the.
Okay, that's that. This piece here? Okay. So let's, instead of just selecting as 11, let's see if we can't just, yeah, it won't select that at all, will it? I wonder, no. Okay, we're gonna turn this dovetail off for right now. And we're going to select, didn't get the whole thing. Looks like it. And we're going to bring this up as the origin point. There. And we're going to move it down. Minus 3 inches. What? Okay. It sucks because every one is slightly different. Modify, move, select everything. Now we're just going to bring it down. I'm sure we're still on. Yeah. Keep moving down. 3 inches. Let's go. 3.5 looks like. It's pretty close. Okay. So, like, go ahead and save that. So, like the ones that we were working with in Danville, when they, go ahead.
Oh, on this video, it just kind of jump cuts.
I know.
Where you after,
saw it.
what kind of plane did you
We're gonna, we can work on that. We can work on that real quick and then do it. So those already had all of their 0 points and everything already placed in. So it made pulling those pieces together much faster. Okay, so let me come back here. All right, everybody's got something like that, and it's all saved. Nolan, you need to get
I just need to get those three.
the
that
3
face.
faces. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna pull up a different one. Okay. So you've got your flats around the outside and their holes and everything. Let's just do this real quick and then we'll grab the rest of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rotate it. I want to do a plane on this face. So I'm gonna start a new sketch, and I'm gonna do it just like that. Okay. Then I'm gonna rotate it over.
Oh, hang on. Where'd you select the sketch?
Um,
Wouldn't let me pick that face.
You're not picking the face.
Oh.
Let me back up. So I'm gonna start a new sketch. I'm gonna pick this face, not this face. This face. See the square? It just sets my origin, and then I go ahead and rotate it just so it can look kind of the way I want it to. I'm then gonna go and create a couple points. This is on the This is along with the diameter. So I'll set a point there. And then I'm going to create another point in line with it. I'm going to bring it out to about here and a hair. And I need to dimension those. Whoops, stand by. I need to dimension those points. Did I finish that sketch? No. I got to go back here. Where'd I lost my sketch when I hit. There we are. Now we'll go back, put my dot there. I got 2 dots. These 2 dots are, the length of that line is 530 thousandths, I think. Is that what the print says? Is it 530 or 590? Yeah, I think it's 590. Let me go find it.
Yeah,
It's on the print.
Yeah, I just saw it on the print.
It's 590? Okay. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I've got this line here. This line, since I'm in this plane, can only move this way, so I'm gonna bring this line out here. I'm just gonna bring a line, just random line, out like that. And I'm gonna bring a vertical line at any point, it doesn't matter where it's at, but it just has to go up and down. And I'm gonna dimension those two lines. And they need to be 135. I'll stand by. I'll bring this back over here. I'm gonna bring my line, instead of going there, I'm gonna go from here and just go up to here. And then I need to pivot this line. See how I brought it down to 135? So essentially I just have a line running down into this space.
How did you get it to, I guess, pivot without flipping?
I have my line, do you have your line here at 0?
Not at 0, but I have it running off that face going up.
Bring it up to 0. Back mine up. Bring it back so it's like from here to this point, from point to like the center of the part to this upper point. And that way it can be attached to something. And then dimension it from there. Hmm.
Oh, it's not letting me edit my sketch. I hit finish sketch. Now it's not bringing up.
Is it this one? It's not that sketch. Let's see. And then we'll just extend this line out. So it intersects there. Okay, once you have the line, let me get mine back to that 135. Mine's longer, so I'm going to trim it out. And then really I don't need this line anymore, or that dimension. It could be there or not, it doesn't really make any difference. Do a file save at that point, that way you've got it there. I think you can finish that sketch out. And then you can construct a plane at an angle, I believe. And so you go plane at an angle, and then it brings it in like this. And so you can just rotate it by 90 degrees. Okay. Now at that point, you're gonna make a new sketch on that face. And then make a rectangle, center point rectangle. You go from the center there, draw a big old giant rectangle. Or it could be square. Okay? So you got a big old square on that face. Looks like that. And then now you're going to extrude it up. And just go up whatever it takes to get out of the way so it clears that whole area. Like I went up 160 thousandths. And then cut it. And it doesn't matter if you see this line anymore or not, you can get rid of it. All right, you got that?
Yep.
Okay. So now, go back to the face. I'm going to fit. And then I'm going to create a new sketch. I don't really know that you actually have to create a new sketch there at that point. Then you can create circular pattern. Select the objects. Sorry, let's.
When you created the sketch, what face did you select?
I think I selected this front face. Circular pattern, objects that face, axis, center, 3 of them. Got her.
Sketch in that place.
Stop this one. Yeah, that'd be fine. Go ahead and finish your sketch. Yeah, and now do it. It's your face, it's your axis, and breathe. And okay. Bingo. Oh. Okay, caught up to us now?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to pull back my other one. Yep, it's on my vise. So now, let's go ahead. I'm going to hide some of this stuff. Got like a lot of junk in there. And I really should build it as an assembly, but I haven't yet. So we did all the way around it. And, you didn't do all the way around it. You just did some of the way around it. But you know how to do the rest of the way around it?
Any of the way around it.
Okay, let's do that. No one has neither.
Are you just going over the stuff that we
Catching him up.
last time?
Yeah, we added an assembly.
Oh, okay.
So we've got the vise and the riser on there. That way, when we simulated it before, and it may not do it, we'll see. I'll let them get caught up, but really may not do it here in this simulation, but I'm not sure if it'll pull it out that far or not, but yeah, it did. So before, the problem that we were having was it was the spindle was running into it, and so now we've got the riser and the vise very similar to how we're going to run it. It's within, I'm going to say it's within an inch of our jaws, our dovetail, whatever we happen to have on the bottom of it. We've spent some time catching up on the angled flats and then getting everybody's in some type of an alignment so that we can see it in a little more true to form setup.
This has all been recorded?
It has all been recorded. It is being recorded. So, All right, so next, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this thing around and then fit it in. All right, so now what I wanna do is I'm gonna rotate it on its side. And so Nolan, first time for you. When we wanna mill these flats, I'll get rid of some of this stuff. Delete. And I got my setup there. And I want to face mill. And I want to face mill this face here. But let me get, I'm going between a couple different screens. I want to pick a tool. We picked we chose a 3/4 end mill. And you can pick whatever 3/4 end mill you want at this moment. I'm going to give you some specifics on the end mill soon. And so really my most important thing is what I want to cut. So my selection of what I'm going to cut. And sometimes, let me go back. I'm going to do my orientation first. I'm going to set my orientation for X and Z. So that means this face is Z. And then this line right here makes X. And see how my orientation changed? And then now I'm going to come up and I'm going to select this as my area that I want to cut. And then all the other stuff is standard. I've got some stuff that needs to be fixed. Not sure why that isn't. Oh man, that retract is crazy high. Pull that back in. I'm not sure what has happened. Still on. There we go. What?
So when you're setting up the axis, how do you I guess flip them around?
What's that?
How do you get them to select?
Okay, let me back up. I'll delete this. So when you select the axis, so I've got my tool, a 3/4 end mill in my holder, and I'm going to go to my second tab. I'm going to choose tool orientation. I'm going to look at the orientation that I know that I actually have. On this one, I have a Y line right here. I have an X line right here. I have a Z face. So I'm pretty good there. I need to be able to pick the face and then the line to get that. So I chose X and Z. So I choose this face for my Z. And then it brings me down to my X axis. that line for my X, and then I come up and select the piece that I want to face mill for my selection. And somewhere along the line, I have jacked up. Oh, I see what my problem is. Got one of these. I'll bring this way down. That's probably about right.
So mine shows the bottom height like it. This is 5.5 inches.
Do what?
For mine, the bottom height is like 5.5 inches. So
Oh, the bottom height here.
yeah.
I think that probably has more to do. Let's go back and look at our work offset. See, here's where our problem came in.
Yeah, mine's kind of like way out there.
So it's because we added the riser and stuff to it. So let's pull those things back in. So we can bring our X and Y plane in really with that diameter. Nope. Let's select, we can select Z. And then we can flip Z. And then we can select, I'm going to change it out to select X and Y at this point. Not on that face though.
Is it a problem if I export my NC program and then there's a warning next to it that says work offset is not specified using DP4?
It will, well, if you'll go into the offset and set it to 54, it won't do that. But you probably never selected a work offset.
Where do you select that at? I don't recall ever doing that.
Bring it over here and let me take a look at it.
Oh, in the post process?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, no, it's going to be on the, in those like 4 or 5 tabs that you're selecting on that one side. Bring it over here. Okay, that one is 54. And then all right, so it was giving you the error when you were simulation?
No, I just posted the code, and then right next to the code it says warning.
Oh, I see.
I don't know if
that one
that's
just
actually a
says.
problem or not.
That's really strange. I think we do get that option. It doesn't change the program at all, but I'm unsure why that's like that. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it's like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely have yours in there.
Yeah, it seems like it'd probably just be fine.
Mhm. Okay, orientation. It's a little harder to do since we have a round part. Well, we've got to get our,
I was able to figure out how to get mine just done in one pass instead of the two that I was trying to do. And I tried to do with my,
stock size.
it was chaining multiple items.
Oh.
It was like trying to run upper pass chains and then bring them up, but I could get rid of those and then make the step over 75.
Okay. So as of mine is right now, it's basically right, except it's down too low into the parts. I'll move it up like this. So my Z is just down low, and I need to get my Z up here. But I can't grab that edge. I don't know why. I don't know why my origin is down in the middle of that. Where do you guys have yours at?
That's what mine looks like.
Okay, have you tried to move it to? All right, bring it up here. Actually, let's do this instead. I don't want that. I want to make a crosshatch in the center of that is what I want to do. What is? What? Oh, shoot, sure is. must be, yeah. We need to get it up on that face. Yeah, I didn't realize that when I created that sketch that it was on that face. So it needs to be on this face. Okay, that's more like it. Point. And then we'll go line up to here. Barely be anywhere. Dang it. Did that make a line? Yeah. And let's take a line out here somewhere. Now I'll finish that sketch. And now we'll go back to manufacturing.
For a y-axis, or still the face or line for that? Because it's only letting us know the face.
I don't know exactly where you are.
On the three angle pieces on the front.
I'm going to stop the video because now we've got 1,000 individual things happening now. So